Hi crafty friends, Shana from ShanoukiArt. I found a very simple but effective way to decorate your junk journal pages. I'm talking about these page corners that can be made to perfectly coordinate your theme. These are perfect to spot throughout your journal so that not all your pages are super busy. They leave lots of space for journaling, can be made with scraps, can be mass made, and are super easy. I love my journals to be cohesive. I like to repeat patterns, papers, and elements throughout. So this is a perfect project. You can also enhance them and embellish them further for the little bit extra. Of course, you can just cut triangles and stick those in the corner of your pages. These are a little bit fancier, and I came across this accidentally while I was working on a template for something else, and the piece that I'd actually cut out from the template was lying on my desk, and while I was looking at it, I thought that would make a great corner. So this will serve as our template. They're also great because they're one piece that goes on the back and the front of the page. It wraps over the page, which I think makes it much easier. So all you need to do to start is make your template. I just have a piece of card that I'm going to fold in half. I'm going to draw a squiggly line from the center to the edge, and then I'm going to cut that out. And that is basically your template. You can go as wiggly or as plain as you want. You can also make them much bigger and longer. It's all up to your imagination and preference. And don't throw out that middle bit. We can use that for a future project. We're then going to use that template to cut out the shape from the different papers. This is where the coordination with the rest of your journal will come in. I'm using 4 different papers just to show you. I have a piece of the Printable kit. I have some flowers from a magazine, a piece of scrapbook paper, and a vintage style invoice printable. I'm just going to find the best section on my printable. To make these, I want some of the flowers and that laced style. I'm going to fold it in half, put my template over, trace, and cut. I told you it was easy. Just a little hint, do the tracing on the inside of the papers so you don't have any pencil markings left over once you cut. Depending on the designs you're going to use and how many pages, I do 2 of the same style per page. You can do all the same throughout, or you can do 2 different corners per page, whatever you prefer. Magazines are a great source to find bits of color and different themes that could suit your journal to create these. These dark roses were perfect for mine. Also great to use up your scraps. If you have little bits of paper somewhere that can just fit the template that you're not going to use anywhere else, well, why don't we just use that? Clear up the little piles sitting on the edge of your desk. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out all my shapes from all my different papers. I'm going to skip forward here a little bit as I'm just going to continue cutting out my corners. It's all the same. Fold, trace and cut, fold, trace and cut. And there we have my 4 pairs. I'm going to do 4 pages for the purpose of this video. I think these are best to go on plainer papers. If you add them to something that's already quite busy, they could get lost and they won't show up and be like the focal point. I decided to add the dark pink ones to this page. It is mainly white with a little bit of print, so it was a good contrast. And also the next page that is adjacent to this one, it has got the prints from the printable, and it's got that dark maroon in the center of the flowers too, which I think matches really nicely and makes everything quite cohesive. Also super easy to stick down, just using a glue stick. You're sticking thin paper on paper. You don't really need much more. Yes, it is so simple, but I think it is so effective. The next one will go on this coffee stained paper. There is pink in it, and there's a slight bit of pink in the scrapbook paper to the left, the one with the big green leaves. There is a pink tinge in there, which I think suits it well. For these ones, I am going to distress the edges with some ink. And then just glue and stick. I suppose you don't actually need this template either. You could just cut the shapes and stick them down. I found this easier because you just have 1 piece per corner. You're just folding it over, so it is continuous and easier to handle. And you don't have to sit and align the corners and the edges. I don't like things that are too time consuming. Sometimes your papers aren't always aligned. It is a junk journal. Pages can be ripped and torn unevenly, so you can just trim off any of the corner that might be overlapping that you don't like. Again, I'm going for a coffee stained page for these printed invoice style corners. I like to tear my pages normally for my junk journal. The corner doesn't fit quite great, so I'm going to just trim that straight so it can align a little better. It's okay to adjust and change pages as you go. You can see on this one how the pink corners just add a pop of color in the section where we have just a plain printed paper on the left and then the craft colored paper on the right. It's not too over the top, but it continues the theme on these pages. You can leave the corners plain or you can embellish them further. I will show you how on one of these corners. I'm using one of the pink light floral ones. I have a few die cuts and I'm going to build up the corner with that. I'm going to add some dimension with texture paste. I'm going to apply some texture paste with my palette knife through the stencil. And I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about the stencil. It's my favorite. I know a lot of you really like it too. I bought it about 4 years ago from the Reject shop here in Australia. The Reject shop no longer stocks any kind of stencils like these. I'm not able to find it anywhere else online. I wish I had bought more at the time, but I cannot find it anywhere. If I ever do come across this specific stencil again, I will definitely let you know where to get one. I'm going to add a few strips of paper underneath my focal point, and I'm going to use paper that I've used again throughout the journal. I don't like to bring in too many new papers while I'm working on the journal, or designs or prints or elements, as I like a cohesion throughout my journal. I'm keeping it quite simple with just this one piece of text, and then I'm going to put my die cuts on top of that. When I tore that paper with the writing, I just tore a piece and put it down. Only after I glued it down, I realized that the words on it were "feel pain," which I didn't think were quite appropriate for this journal. I suppose it doesn't really matter what the words say, but I wanted to change it because I didn't actually like that. I wanted something a little bit more uplifting. And I noticed it while I was doing this distressing on the edges and the corners. This was quite an easy fix for me. I just found some words that I did want to use in the same paper, tore those over and just stuck it over the words I didn't want. If anything, it created additional layers. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of my Big Fat Pink Journal with the ideas on how to decorate your junk journal pages. I hope you were inspired to create your own corners for your pages. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and then hit the little bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. Just a reminder that my Big Fat Pink Journal series is every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Melbourne time. It is a source of ideas and inspiration for decorating your junk journal pages. I will put a link to the playlist in the description box below. Thanks again for watching. Happy creating, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.